Inclement weather in sunny Southern California and pity for your arch rival. Maybe 2023 is going to go out loony after all. Joe Sebastianelli joining us now with a full day in California with the Rose Bowl less than 48 hours away.
On the road with the Wolverines, presented by Danny's Cafe in Rossford. We are in Inglewood, where Michigan practiced this afternoon and where it is sunny. Now, some of you probably don't want to hear about that. You're like the mamas and the papas, California dreaming on such a winter's day. But this morning, another song came to mind by Albert Hammond. It never rains in Southern California. Yeah, right. Team pictures actually canceled for one of about 30 rainy days Los Angeles sees each year. But Media Day goes on indoors with plenty of pictures there too. The big guns fielded questions from the heavy hitters. But there's plenty of time for stories, and former teammates at IMG Academy have plenty of those.
AC Latham, Tyler Booker, Ja'Cory Brooks, that was on, we were on the national championship team at IMG, and that's always a special bond when you win something like that, and just great human beings. I can't wait to see them, just dap them up before the game.
Well, to win a national championship in college, they stand in each other's way. Wolverines offensive lineman Greg Crippen and defensive back Keon Sabb also played at IMG. And Sabb has been all over his boy from back home.
Mostly talked to Jahad Campbell because he's from Jersey. We played against each other in high school back in New Jersey. Then we went to college against each other, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. We're just arguing back and forth.
Talking when I was back at home for a little while, just talking about, how appreciative we are to even be here. And, we came through a long, we had a long journey just to get here. Honestly, we didn't even know that we was going to be playing each other on Monday. So, it's a good opportunity.
That's what the prep school in Bradenton, Florida does best. Prepare players for championships, even in pickup hoops.
Just the amount of fun we had just shooting hoops together. And we weren't really allowed to just because our coach was paranoid of us getting hurt, but those guys could shoot.
I believe it was me, Keon, Malik Muhammad, who's at Texas, Katron Allen, Trayvon Howard.
The spirit of the team, similar to the spirit of this team, just being persistent. A lot of guys the year before we won that championship said we weren't going to win, we were losing. So everybody doubted us going into my junior year, and then doubted us even more going into our senior year with JJ. Just understand that we're all we got and we all we need, and it's us against the world. And that spirit that we had then is the same spirit that we got now with this team.
Even if the former teammates don't always keep in touch, they're always watching each other.
Whenever I turn on the Alabama game, I'm always looking for those guys and seeing how their pass setting now and seeing if that weight's, making them a little slower, but it's not at all. They've only gotten bigger, better, and stronger, and I can't wait to see them.
And for Michigan, they're always watching Ohio State, which means they were watching the Cotton Bowl last night. Chris Jenkins had some thoughts about that.
I'm a Tier 1 professional, grade A level instigator, professional hater, best of the business, get it from my uncle, hater. But yeah, it sucks too, because as a hater, you want to see your rivals lose, but you also don't, if that makes sense.
It makes your win over them better.
Yeah, exactly. So, that makes you even more of a hater. You feel me? Exactly. So, we grade A haters here, because I'm saying you want your rival to lose, but you don't at the same time. Because when you play them, you beat them, that makes it even better to hate. Nah, grade A.
Later in the afternoon, practice moved over to SoFi Stadium, giving the Wolverines an indoor practice. Sort of. The side of the building is always open here. Steady footing and steady frame of mind. The magnitude of the moment starting to set in.
This is a big one right here. So I'm sitting back when I'm on the bus, just looking at the views of LA. And it's the Rose Bowl. It's the Rose Bowl, and I think about it. But at the end of the day, it is a game, and we got to treat it as such. But I asked him the other day, I said, hey, Coach, have you played in the Rose Bowl? And he told me, yeah. But he said he didn't win. He said, we have to win. So I listened to that. I took that one to heart. So we have to win.
The magnitude of everything else starts to set in while you're out here, too. Like the traffic. The 17-mile drive from Rose Bowl Stadium to here in Inglewood takes 55 minutes. I didn't know where to pull off to eat. I could barely see anything with the rain clouds. There has to be a better way to experience Los Angeles, right? Well, I asked the Michigan player who has better answers than anybody. Backup quarterback Davis Warren, LA, born and raised.
It's always been a dream of mine to come back and play in the Rose Bowl, playing college football. I think that's every college football player's dream, but especially being from here and growing up coming to these games. So I'm about an hour 15 from here. Depending on traffic, could be like 30 minutes.
Okay, that's depending on traffic. How in the world do you actually get anywhere? I need tips driving from place to place. What can you tell me?
Well, we've got a police escort everywhere, so that's made a huge difference. Never seen the road so empty when they like cut everyone off from driving up here. Without the police escort, good luck.
What do I need to see? Let's start with food. Best place to eat in LA.
Silver Lake, best fish tacos you'll ever have, little hole-in-the-wall joint. And then in Pasadena, Lucky Boy Burrito, great breakfast burritos there. And then I'd say In-N-Out. You know, I know that's a classic, but that's when I come home, that's the first spot I always hit. So between those three, I think you'll be covered.
What's the stuff that the locals love that everybody should see before they go?
Disneyland's a classic. Like, we went there a couple days ago. That was a blast. Universal Studios is great. Seeing the Hollywood sign. This setting, I don't think other than the big house, I don't think there's a better setting in college football. Growing up, coming to games, 75 and sunny, like, there's really nothing better. And I mean, the Michigan fans will see when they get here. Like, it is a gorgeous place to watch a football game, and I think we're all just excited and honored to be able to kind of carry on that tradition and you know, get a win.
We'll have more from the Rose Bowl tomorrow, including our one-on-one with the guy calling the game, Chris Fowler. But for now, on the road with the Wolverines at SoFi Stadium, Joel Sebastianelli, BCSN.